Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video on Heroes War Counterattack. And today, we're going to be diving into the number one question that I get asked a lot, and that is going to be with the 3 free contracts that Kodeations gives you in this game at approximately the 4th day of playing. Who should you be spending those contracts on? And not only that, what order should you be popping off those contracts for specific heroes? So today, we're going to be diving in. I have done some research. This is my second account that we're going to be taking a look at today. I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of an overview on these 3 heroes and why I 100% back the tier list when it comes to utilizing these 3 heroes or mercenaries for your 3 free contracts. So, as always, before we dive in, if you are new to the channel, please be sure to smash that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time we drop a video. According to YouTube, our viewership, or 80% of our viewership, is not subscribed to the channel. And I'm not even sure why. If you like mobile games, if you want to stick up to date with every mobile game that is coming out when it comes to action RPG and idle games, and sometimes even open world mobile games, then you better smash that red subscribe button, because I'm telling you, we will be here to deliver the content for you. So without further ado, with that being said, let's jump right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, the first hero that we're going to be taking a look at is going to be Tala. So if you don't already know anything about the summoning system or how the system works in this game, we've covered it already in a previous video on our first impressions and first look at Heroes War Counterattack. So with that being out of the way, if you don't know how it works, just a super quick recap. There basically is mercenaries in this game, aka the heroes that you can collect, and then basically there are certain requirements that you have to hit in order to unlock those specific mercenaries or heroes. In this game, you don't summon for those specific heroes. In a way, there is a way like that you can summon for them specifically on a limited banner, and again, that's getting into a whole other topic. But today we're going to be talking about the 3 heroes that the game gives you 3 free contracts for, and these contracts are what I would consider exceptions. So instead of you having to do whatever is required for that specific mercenary, then you can actually use one of these contracts that the game gives you to actually, pick up that mercenary instantly and utilize them on a team. So with that being the case, the Kodeations gives you 3 contracts. There's 3 decisions. We've got 3 heroes to meet those decisions and those choices. So the first one on the list is going to be Tala. So right off the bat, not only does she look like a certified badass, but she also is classified as a ranger. So that's going to be one of the reasons why I have chose her to definitely be the top of that list. And she is also the top of the tier list when it comes to heroes to choose in the game. So she's going to be very vital, even early game. I think that she should 100% be used for your first contract. And the reason why I say that is because the game is a little bit lackluster at the beginning on giving you specific DPS to actually carry you. They give you DPS units that you can definitely use, for a good chunk of time. But if you were trying to absolutely expedite your clearance and basically your content as fast as possible, this is going to be your number one chick to pick up on that contract 1. Just taking a look at quick glance at some of her skills, we're not going to read through everything, but her first one is going to be a spear throw. It basically does more damage the farther you are away from her enemies or her target. So again, as her class is, she is a ranger, so she needs to be placed in the back at the furthest point away that her attack radius can still hit the target that you were trying to attack. So like I said, the closer you are, the less damage she does with her spear throw. The further you are away from the target, the more damage you do, but you want to make sure that you are not out of attack range. Otherwise, she's not doing any damage. Moving on to her next skill, and that is going to be the snare throw. So with this, she's going to basically single target an enemy. She's going to do damage to them, and with an 80% chance of happening, she will inflict the immobile effect. And now the immobile effect just means that they cannot move. If a enemy or an ally of yours is on the battlefield and they are still within the attack range of that immobile enemy that she has this perk on, they will still get smacked, they will still get attacked and potentially die even, but if you happen to use this effect on a specific enemy, then it's going to be good for you to actually shift target to somebody else, or like I said, just allow your range to continue, popping that guy while he cannot do any attacks if nobody's in his area of effect. So again, it's kind of like a snare, as the title says. It kind of snares the target. They can't move, but they can still attack if you were in their radius. So be mindful of that. But nevertheless, very, very good. The third one is going to be the Hunter's Flag. Now this is a little bit more of a support buff. So she drops down this flag. It basically consumes 20% of her HP, which is okay because she is a ranged class. And not only that, you'll probably be running a support healer because that's going to be our number 2 hero we're going to be taking a look at, or mercenary. So you'll be running a support class, a healer, and then with that being the case, like I said, she's a ranged class. She's not going to be, getting smacked around a whole lot, hopefully, and taking a lot of damage. But this flag does drop a crit rate up percentage for all of your allies. So very, very cool. And that crit rate up buff is actually going to last for a total of 3 turns. So again, very, very cool. Super exciting about that. One thing to mention about the Hunter's flag is going to be the SSR skill promotion. So it does also increase your attack speed for a total of 3 turns at a 80% chance as well. So not only will it pop off that increased critical rate or crit rate percentage, but then she also, if you happen to get that promotional trait, you can also get it to where she can also buff the attack speed as well with that 80% chance. So again, very, very good. I mean, this hero is absolutely insane when it comes to trying to, pick somebody to use on your first contract in the game. And then obviously her hero skill, or her ultimate, is going to be the Wild Hunter. Basically attacks in the least HP order out of all of the enemies to inflict damage by 75% of attack 3 times and grants the immobile effect for 2 turns. So again, kind of a combination of a little bit of stuff, but so basically it's a snipe attack. So she's going to try to snipe out the enemy with the lowest health first, and then move on to the next enemy with the lowest health, and then so on and so forth. And then again, she's going to do that at a 75% of attack 3 times. And then she's also going to then inflict that immobile effect with another 80% chance. So again, just, stacking on that immobile effect. She's very, very good when it comes to that. And like I said, she's a ranged healer, or a ranged DPS. So very, very good. She can pretty much mesh with any team comp. You throw her in the back. She does big dick damage. She offers a little bit of support. She buffs you with that crit rate. Just all around a very, very good hero. Not to mention, like I said, she does look like a certified badass with this wolf on her back. She is classified in the Union faction. And not only that, too, she's got this fantastic, sexy, smoking hot maid outfit. So again, we don't have the outfit, but nevertheless, you get the point. She is a very good hero, and that is going to be the number 1 on the list for us for your contract. Now, number 2 on this list, and arguably a lot of people have been choosing this guy as number 1. And that is going to be Popo. Now, I'm not going to argue with Popo being probably the best hero in the game, or mercenary in the game. I'm talking about overall every single thing. And the reason being is because his kit is just absolutely insane. There's multiple ways to build Popo. Not only that, he is the 100%, I can't say this enough, he is the best support hero in this game. So you want to get a Popo, and in my opinion, it should be your number 2 pick, and potentially, or your number 3 pick. And the reason why I say that, you might be saying to yourself, but he's a crazy good hero, why would you pick him 2nd or 3rd? And the reason being is because in games like this, your whole purpose is trying to find a carry. You want a strong DPS that will carry your team, so you can basically invest all of your resources into that one hero, mid-max that one hero out, and then just basically plummet through the story mode and all of the content. And not only that, like I said, continue progressing as far as you can, and then like I said, you will accumulate 2 additional contracts. So that's why I don't think Popo is going to be able to do that for you early game. I mean, clearly he'll keep your heroes alive, clearly he'll help you out, but you're so early that you don't have very good stats on a lot of your heroes that the game gives you for free. So I don't think Popo is the best decision for number 1. Number 2 would definitely work, and even number 3 100% could work. All right, so diving in, Popo's skills. So like I said, he is going to be a support class. He should, like I said, there's multiple ways to build him. You can build him as a front row hero or a mercenary. You can also build him as a back. You can build him as a middle, whatever your formation is that you are currently running. But taking a look at his first skill. So surprise magic trick, it's going to be just straightforward. It's just going to do 100% of a damage, or basically 100% of his attack to the enemy. The next one up is going to be the cheering clap. So he recovers HP of an ally by 26% of Popo's total health, and removes all weakening effects with a 50% chance. So he has a 50% chance to just basically completely wipe all of the debuffs. So he's got a debuff cleanse at a 50% chance right off the bat. Very, very good, especially when you were going up against enemy comps that are like poisons and bleeds and things that just have long-lasting DOTs or dots that they're going to be placing on your heroes. So again, very, very cool. The next one up is going to be Lucky Coin. So recovers the HP of the allies by 13.2% of Popo's total health, grants the one-time damage ignore effect for 2 turns, and removes 1 weakening effect at that 100% mark, baby. So not only does he have a 50% cleanse on his second skill, but on his third skill, he's got a 100% chance to cleanse, and then he's got a 100% damage ignore for 2 turns that he pops off on an ally, and a 100% chance to heal. So he's basically proccing a heal, adding the damage ignore, so basically making your character immune. And then not only that, he is also popping off a debuff. So again, very, very good hero. Probably, like I said, arguably one of the best. Last but not least, we've got the Pigeon Finale. And that's going to be recovers the HP of all allies. That is right, every single one of them by 12% of Popo's total HP. Increases damage to the enemies by 30% of the attack, and last but not least, removes all beneficial effects. So again, absolutely insane hero. Like I said, a very, very good support class. Do not feel bad about picking up Popo as a second or third contract. Moving right along to the third and final, and that is going to be Nadine. So with everything, we've already added 3 different heroes, right? We added a support class, we added a DPS on your team, and last but not least, we're going to add a tank to your team, because these 3 things are going to be what you need. That's very vital going into that mid game and trying to cover as much content and as fast as possible in this game, or any really action RPG game. So this is going to be Nadine. Her skills are going to be very, very cool as well. Like I said, she's very, very good as a tank class on your team. So it says inflict damage to the enemies by 42% of the attack and recovers your HP by the amount of damage dealt. So kind of a selfish hero, but we want her to be as a tank. So she's going to be taking damage, then she's going to then also recover HP by the same amount of damage that you take. Sorry, my lip totally itches, but you know, the same amount of damage that you take, or she takes. The next one up is going to be Domination. Charges towards the enemies and knocks the enemy back, inflicting damage at 55% of attack. Additionally, inflicts damage by 55% of attack and stuns the target. So not only does she have a charge, so she's going to charge across the field in order to attack them, she's going to be hitting them with that decent amount of attack damage, but not only that, she's going to be able to apply a stun at 100% chance, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely insane. So very, very cool. Next up is going to be the Crash Smash, and that is going to be removes behind the enemy to inflict damage by 145% of the attack, knocks back the enemy, grants movement rage down effect for 2 turns with a SSR skill promotion, blah, 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 grants the enemy attack bar, blah, 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 blah. But, so nevertheless, she now has another ability that is going to actually mitigate the damage from facing your team to facing away from your team as she jumps across the enemy lines behind them, and then not only that, she's going to put movement range down effect, which is going to, movement range down. So then the enemy heroes cannot move as well, as they would normally would. So again, just a very good skill and ability. Last but not least is going to be the Roar of the Lion, and this is probably going to be one of the most vital skills of hers that's absolutely insane, and that is going to be inflicts damage to the enemies by 86% of the attack and grants immobile effect for 2 turns with an 80% chance. So this is then going to pair massively well with Tala and her immobile effect. So between her immobilizing heroes, then you got Nadine immobilizing heroes, and then you got Popo there to just keep you guys alive. It's going to be insane when it comes to the waves that you can actually clear utilizing these 3 heroes. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be it for me. Like I said, we just wanted to dive in, give you guys the 3 heroes that you should be spending your 3 free contracts that the game gives you early on. Like I said, between day 3 and 4 of actually playing in the game, that's going to be the best way to go. Now, there is absolutely some honorable mentions, like Chapman is a very, very good DPS. You could easily swap out Tala for him. We did not go that route. We ended up going the Tala route just because I am 100% in love with Ranger classes, and not only that, Ranger classes do a lot of damage from, behind. The enemies have to catch up to you in order for them to, actually do physical damage to you. So again, Chapman's a very good honorable mention. Another honorable mention would be Evelyn here, but the problem with Evelyn is she is locked behind a paywall. So again, it's one of those things we try to do as much free-to-play guides as possible, but those are going to be 2 honorable mentions as well. I've heard a lot of people talk about this guy. I can't really pronounce his name, Keros, but again, very good damage dealer. His kit is kind of interesting. It's very set around poisons and everything, but not a bad one as well if you happen to get him, know, from doing different things, or, you know, maybe your first couple summons that you do pop off. If you get him, don't feel bad about that. So, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video, and I will see you guys on the next one.